then, and we'll compare here when you're done.
I'm done.
All right, so there's a line here.
Yep.
One.
A bolded line.
It's solid because of the line underneath.
Yep.
And then you're shading to the right of it this time.
Got it.
All right, so the next grouping of problems here, a little bit more work to be done. Let me see if there's one that we should start with before 3. Yeah, let's actually go to 7, and then we'll work our way back to some of the other ones, because they're
Cool.
7 is more kind of consistent with what you were doing last time, so it'll form more familiar to you. All right, notice it's already solved for y. Very important. That's what you're going to be doing in some of these other ones. You're going to be solving them for y. What is the slope and what is the b value in this?
Slope is -1/2.
Good.
Y,
And
yeah,
b value?
Yeah, and then the b value is -3.
Okay. Do you start when you're graphing with the slope or the b value?
The b value.
So you go down 3 from the origin.
Yep.
And then the slope down -1/2 means down 1. The top number is always up or down. Bottom number is always right.
Mm-hmm.
So down 1, right 2. You can go backwards if you need to.
We're gonna have to go up, right.
Is it a solid or a dashed line?
It is a dashed line.
It's a dashed line, yeah. I'm gonna do a better job of making that dashed. Now, since it's solved for y, you can just shade one side or the other.
Let's go below.
Go below, yeah. Okay. All right, so we're going to go back to number 3. Okay, so you really want to solve this for y, and it really kind of is, except the y is on the right. So I think we talked about this last time. I'll just give you an example. If it's like x, I'm sorry, if it's like 2 less than x, this becomes x greater than 2. Basically, if you think of this as an arrow pointing at the number, it still needs to point at the number. So in your example here, you want to put y on the left side, but I guess they call it the mouth. The mouth has to point on the y side, like this.
Got
it. This is kind of the key thing. So please just take a look at it, see if it's clear for you, or if it's not.
No, I remember how to do that.
Okay. What is the number that's added over here that does not contribute?
1.
1 contributes.
Oh.
I mean, if there's a difference between a no-hitter and a one-hitter, right?
Right. 0. Okay.
0. Okay. The reason I'm asking you for that is because you need the slope and the b value. If nothing's written, you have to remember to write something.
All right. So the slope is 3/1.
Good. And the b value?
Is 0. So we start at 0, 0.
Okay. Start there. Rise 3, run 1. You can go backwards. Is it a solid or a dashed line?
Solid.
Solid. Good.
And y is solved for, right?
It is over here on the right. So if you're going to make a decision, it's got to be this one on the right that you're going to use.
So to the left?
Above, yeah. Above this time. So where did you stand on the no-hitter during the World Series last year? Was that if you remember that?
No. Yeah, I know. I actually do remember that. No, I was not expecting that.
Did you feel like it was a no-hitter? Like it's a combined no-hitter? Does that, like
I mean, I always count. I like combined hitters because I mean I guess a real no-hitter is one pitcher, but combined hitters are fun because then like new pitchers come in and they have to keep the rally going. They're almost harder because one pitcher can just get in his groove and be dominant.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of. That's
good. I like the way you analyze that. I don't really have an opinion anymore in baseball, but yeah, I do remember, sports talk radio was going nuts on that the next day.
Yeah.
So, okay, this one is a lot like the previous one, meaning that, y is on the right. So you really want to put y on the left. Right. I want you to diagram that, write that for us somehow, somewhere, and I'll ask you to verify it with what I've got.
The negative stays, right?
Nothing changes when you rewrite it.
Okay, all right, I got it written out, then do you want me to graph it?
I just want to make sure that it is consistent with what I have here. Is this what you
Yeah,
have?
same thing.
What's the number that's added that doesn't
0.
contribute? Okay. Before you graph it, what's the slope and what's the b value?
-1/1.
Okay. All right, yeah, go ahead and graph it. I'll do the same, and then we'll compare results here.
Got it.
All right. So should look, it's a dashed line, something like this. Does that look okay for you?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're shading below it.
Yeah.
Something like this. All right. Now we move into problems where the inequality will flip, and we'll do one
Yeah.
together here so you can see why that does happen. You have to solve for y. Well, not you have to, you should solve for y because it's going to make it easier here, just as sort of a general strategy. All right, so solve for y here. You're going to, let me rewrite it here, x minus y greater than or equal to 1. You're going to subtract x from both sides. It's better to put the x in front of the number, so it's going to be minus y greater than or equal to minus x plus 1. Take a look at that and make sure you're comfortable with how that was done.
Yeah, I got that. Well,
Okay.
I didn't get it, but yeah, I understand that. I didn't have it written down, but yes, I got it. Now
Okay.
I have it written down. I'm up.
Got it. Good. Now the last thing here is to divide everything by -1.
Yeah.
And that changes the inequality. I recommend doing that first so you don't
Okay, so
forget.
don't forget.
Okay.
All right, got that.
Okay. So go ahead and graph this, and then we'll compare here in a moment.
All right, I got it graphed.
Okay, so should be down here. And then we got 1/1.
Yeah.
Solid line this time.
Mm-hmm.
And you're shading below.
Got it.
Although, oh yeah, that is true. Okay. So for number 6, I'd like you to do your best to try to solve it for y. And just see where, because you know how to graph it once it's solved for y. So really only thing we're emphasizing now is like your ability to solve it for y.
Got it. So get the x or do the whole x thing first, right?
Move x,
Yeah.
and then
And then
just let me know you got it, and we'll
yeah, wait,
compare.
so hold on. Am I dividing by -3 here?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Nah. Do I graph it yet or no?
No, just let me know when you got it solved. I want us to go through it
All
so you
right.
can, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll follow you and see if we have the same.
just see if where you're at. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
divide everything by -3. Good question to ask. That does flip the inequality. So y is greater than or equal to. This becomes 2 divided by 3,
Yeah.
x positive because the negatives cancel, and then -2.
All right, now do I graph it?
Yes.
Got it. Oh wait, I have to, yeah. It'd be below on this, right?
Notice it's greater
Wait.
than.
Yeah, above.
Above. Yep.
Got it. Yep.
Questions on that?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So why don't you try 8 here on your own?
Okay. Graph it.
Yeah, let me write the answer here for you first though. So it's y greater than 4/3 x, and then -2. Looks like. Does that right? Look.
Yep. Got that.
Okay.
Oh, this is dotted line. And then it'd be above. Oh, yeah, above. All right, I got it.
Okay. This one is a that is not correct. What I just did.
Oh, wait, it's up more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this one is a dashed line,
Mhm.
and then, like you said, you just shade up there. All right. So last one on this page. There is another way to do this, but I would just keep doing it the way you're doing.
Mhm. It works.
Yes.
Do this one.
Yep.
I got a question here.
Okay.
All right, so on the right-hand side, after subtracting 3x and then dividing by 6, you get -3/x divided by 6. Can I reduce this down to -1/2x?
Yes, and you have to. Yeah. You don't want to leave it
Got it.
as a unsimplified fraction. Notice that the inequality did not change this time.
Yeah, because it wasn't negative.
Doesn't always change, so something to think about when you're doing problems like this.
Yeah. All right, do I graph it?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Got it.
All right, so 2, down 1, over 2. Okay, solid line this time.
Yep. And
And then-
above.
And above, yeah.
Got it.
All right,
All right, so that's good. Thank you. And now
great.
I'm gonna be good for that.
Okay, so we've got like a lot of time here. Do you have some of the things you know you want us to work on, or should I just put some problems in front of you like last time we're working on?
Yeah, I just put some yeah, let's just do that.
Sounds good. Just take a minute here to reset. Find some problems here for you to work on. Do you have graph paper?
No,
Okay.
but I can try to make something work.
I mean, how fast would it be for you if I were to send you a PDF that's blank? That could you print some graphs real quick, or would that be a lot of, would that be too hard?
I can do that. It'll probably take like 5 minutes though.
Yeah, the graphing's not that important. It's important that it doesn't have to be on graph paper. I just was wondering. Okay, I'm gonna keep looking here for some problems that I think would be good for us to work on. All right. Okay. All right, so here's a first problem for you to look at. I'd like you to solve both inequalities for y, like we've been doing. Last time we solved one and graphed one, but you can now solve them both at the same time. Let me know when you've got those solved.
Yeah, I haven't solved. I was
Okay.
my
Okay.
bad.
I did. Yeah, I didn't want you to. There's a reason I don't want you to do that.
Oh, okay.
Is I want you to look ahead here. Hopefully, is this what you have?
Mhm.
Okay. Do you notice that these have the same slope,
Yes.
but different b values?
Yep.
These are going to be parallel lines of some sort.
Right.
Okay. And I want you to see that in advance, because when you get parallel lines, here are the possibilities. You're shading outside, okay, or you're shading inside. And I can't tell you for sure until you do it. So just something to think about here. Yeah, so go ahead and keep going. Glad you're going at it.
Don't they both equal y, so it doesn't matter which way, or in this case, does it matter which way?
No, you got to graph them both.
No, yeah, I did graph them both. I have them graphed.
Okay, well, let me just be clear. So I'm going to graph the first one in red. Okay, so down here, and then it's down one, right one, but it's a dashed line. So it's something like this.
Yeah.
Okay. The one in blue here is 3. Okay, and it's another. Oh, sorry, that one's solid. Not paying attention.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you have to decide, and you just sort of answered it. They're both below, but you're looking for the overlap.
Oh, so
Okay. So I take that back. There are more possibilities than this. I didn't even realize that would be, I didn't know that that would be something you might see. I wasn't thinking very clearly. But if I were to shade in blue here, below the blue, and then if I were to shade in red, below the red, you can see the overlap is down here.
yeah.
Okay, and that's all your instructor wants to see. They don't want to see them both. So if you remember, I mentioned last time I would just draw little arrows.
Okay.
So I'd be like, all right, it's below, it's below, it's below. And then,
Right. And then you can actually, oh yeah, now you can really see.
and then you say, okay, oh, where are they both true? Well, it's both true down here.
Right. Got it.
All right, let's do another one here. All right. All right, so here's one for you to take a look at. I'd recommend solving them both for y first.
All right, I have them solved.
All right, how confident are you in your answer?
Confident.
Okay, so let me snip in the solution. Well, actually, let me first ask you, do you have a solid line kind of going up this direction and a
Wait,
dashed
I
line?
haven't graphed it yet.
Oh, okay.
Can I graph it?
Yeah, let me check yours first. I
Okay,
didn't.
yeah, I thought like the last one you just wanted my answer.
Yeah, sorry. The Zoom format sometimes is not clear what I'm asking for, and sometimes I don't even know what I want. All right, it's the first one here is y less than 1/3 x plus 2. Is that what you got?
Yep.
Next one here is y less than or equal to 4/3 x minus 3/4. Sorry, that's not right.
Minus
Minus-
3/4. I have a -1.
Yes, -1 is
Got
correct.
it. All right.
All right.
Now let me graph these.
Yes.
Got it. All right, got it.
Okay, so you got your final answer here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me snip it in and you can compare here to what you got. I kind of already hinted at what it would look like, but you have something that looks like that?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I can obviously give you more examples in this. I mean, is there other stuff you need us to review? I mean, is there stuff that's lingering?
No, I mean, I have all my papers done, all my homework done. That was the thing we did at the start was actually the last thing for homework I had to do today. So that was my homework.
That's good. Yeah, I mean,
I don't really have anything else though. This is fine if you have more of these. I don't mind doing it.
I mean, the internet's I've got infinite possibilities.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's very dry to just keep, okay, here's another.
Yeah.
It's like a batting. I don't know if you have spend time in a batting machine. At some point, you're like, okay, I can't keep hitting the
Yeah,
same
I
thing
know what
over
you
and
mean.
over. All right, well, let's try something slightly different.
Okay.
Meaning I mean, it's not any harder. It's just maybe a little variation of what you're doing here.
All right,
All
cool.
right, so just go ahead and graph this. Let me know
All right.
what you come up with when you're done.
I have a question. For the
Yes.
second equation, it's minus y greater than or equal to minus x plus 1. Do I divide by minus y in this case or no?
-1.
Yeah, okay. -1. All right.
You think you got it?
Yeah.
All right, so x greater than or equal to -2. Hopefully you graphed a vertical line here indicating you're going to shade to the right.
Hmm.
This is y less than or equal to x minus 1. Does that match what you have?
Yeah.
So that's a slope of 1 starting at -1. It's
And then you
also
just go up.
now sometimes they want you to find the intersection point.
Uh,
I've not really been emphasizing that, but that is sometimes what is
and
want.
you're shading down on that one, right? And to the right on the other.
And so this region
Got it.
here.
Got it.
All right, here's another one for you to look at. I'll snip a grid in here.
Right. All right, got it.
Okay, did you shade between two parallel lines?
I did.
Okay, let me snip in the solution. Something like that, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The only other types of problems that might be worth considering covering is like the working backwards types. Let
What do you
me,
mean?
so they give you the graph and
Oh,
you have,
yeah. Yeah, we can do a few of those.
so we'll keep it easy. We'll
All
make
right.
it multiple choice to start here. From what I know, your school does not do problems like this, but
Yeah.
it might change.
Oh, so can I still solve this out?
Yeah, and notice, here's what I want you to notice is they actually are all
Oh.
the same in terms of their intersection point.
Mm-hmm.
So you're what you're really looking for is the fact that there's, which shaded is region, like this is region 1, region 2, 3, and 4. You're just deciding that. You can almost look at these and tell, but I'll let you kind of think through that a little bit rather than me just jumping in, giving it to you.
Is this numbered? Is this in quadrant 2? Because both of these are in the middle. Or no, it's not. Can I solve it out?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. That might be the better way to do it anyway.
I mean, on the test, I have so much time.
Yeah, do
All
it.
right, let me just, yeah, let me just do that. Oh, is it number 3? Like that actual number 3?
You mean this one on the top
Yeah.
right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so to answer this, the way I would do it is look for that line. That's the
Yeah,
X plus 3
that's what
line.
gave it away for me.
And then the other one is the other line, but I know to shade below it, so that
Right.
eliminates a couple of these. And then the other one is
Yeah, that
also
was sort of tricky at first.
the other one though is shaded above, so it's that it is, yes, that is the answer.
Got it.
All right, so let's do another one like that.
What's the difference between number 3 and number 4?
It's the whether the line is dashed or solid.
Uh, it's number 4.
Okay, and how did you come up with that? Tell me your process.
All right. So I looked and saw that the first one is greater than.
But
Um,
it has to be solved for you to use something like that. Like you can't just say, oh, it's above, so you have to actually solve it for y.
like by subtracting x.
Yes. Now, in this case, it doesn't change anything, but you gotta
Careful.
get y, yeah, because there's,
Right. And then, well, I saw, well, with the dashed lines and then the straight lines, I saw on the first one, the slope is 2/1 and it's dashed, so that gave it away for me. And then I saw on the bottom one, the slope is 3/1. Or sorry, the slope is -1/1.
okay, and the b values too, so it's but you're shading above it, right? Like if
Yeah.
this is the line, let me draw a
And,
dashed line. You're shading that way.
oh, because, so then this number 4 wouldn't be right.
I think it's probably, yeah.
Is it, okay, so then if we're shading that way, but then number 3, or sorry, it's not number 3 if we're shading that way. So my options are 1 or 2.
Yeah, at this point it's 1 or 2. And then you got to look at the other one. The other one is a line that goes, kind of up and to the right, which they both do. And you're
number
shading.
2.
Yeah.
It's number 2 because number 1, both of them are bold.
Okay. All right. So the other type of problem you could get here, which is, well, let me see if we should even do something like that. Trying to decide here if this is even worth doing. I'm not saying we should do this. I guess I'll just throw it at you.
Well,
And
yeah, we can do 1 or 2 more.
we can just talk about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
see if you want to do it. So I could, for example, give you the graph, and then you have to write the system of inequalities.
Oh shoot, yeah, that'd be hard. Do you think?
No, I don't think you will get something like that. But
yeah, that seems a little. Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that.
Okay, so here is another question though, that while you won't get this, you should be able to test points to know which ones work and don't work. So here, let me put this in front of you. What is one point that lies in the solution set of the system of inequalities? Basically, they're asking you which of these 4 points is in the overlapped region.
3, 0.
3,0 is where they intersect.
Oh, in the overlap section?
Yes.
All right, we need a. Oh, 7,0.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Now let's go back to one that you've done. Let's go back to one of these. Let's say you did this problem here and you got this graph and the instructor says to write a point in the solution space. Do you understand what I mean by that, or is that
Yeah,
okay?
I can do one.
Yeah, give me.
-3,2.
Okay, so right there.
Yeah.
All right. I recommend going for the origin if at all
Okay.
possible. Yours is correct. Go for the one that's the easiest here.
Got it.
Like this one though, the origin would not be correct. You'd want to pick something over here.
Over, right.
And what you want to avoid doing though is getting close to the edge. It's like when you're pitching,
You
you're
want
up.
something right in, or yeah.
Yeah, you just pick something there. Boom. That's don't overthink kind of thing. All right. So where it gets more difficult here, let me put a new problem in front of you. And I think we did this a little bit with some SAT prep. Is where they give you the system without the graph, and they ask you which one works in both equations.
Oh, right.
And again, I don't think you're going to get this, but that would be to be another thing to maybe think about. All right, we're gonna stop here. We've really gotten enough out of this session.